Hi, it's Lipstick Gal. Thanks for watching. I wanted to share with you some beauty brands that I want to try or try more from in the coming year. But first, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, would you please? And if you are a new subscriber, thank you so much for watching. And let's get into the list. So I like this idea of kind of goal setting, things that I want to experience, things that I want to try. And I usually do that in my own life, but I haven't really been doing it with beauty. I just kind of, grab what catches me. And I realize there have been some brands I have been skipping over entirely. And it's not always on purpose. It's not like I don't like the brands. It's just either I don't have access to them. And I'll say that for me, a lot of it comes down to, can I swatch it? Can I touch it? Can I see it? And if I don't like it, can I return it? I am a firm believer that if I spend however much on a lipstick, if I don't like it or it balls up or I think it's not a good color for me, that I'm able to return it. So that's why I like Sephora and Ulta and every department store's return policy. And I sometimes kind of stay away from more independent brands because the return policy is either a little more difficult. They'll take it, but you have to pay for shipping, you have to mail it back, and it's not as easy as it is with just taking it to the store and going, didn't like it, want my money back. All right, so here are some of the brands that I'm interested in. I've got my phone, I've got a little list here. All right, so the first one is Thrive Cosmetics. I have heard a lot about Thrive, especially this year. They've been kind of on my radar. I remember in 2017 hearing a lot of people talk about their mascara and how fantastic it was. And then I've seen more and more people talking about CC cream, bronzer, blush, highlight, and I'm very, very intrigued because I love a good base product, something that's going to last a really long time. And I'm kind of intrigued in what they have to offer. I know there's been a little bit of concern about their giving 1 for 1, and I think they recently, and this is what I understand, is that they recently changed it from being you buy one, we give one to you buy, we give. And I think after the recent California fires, they didn't want to be limited to giving only cosmetics, so they changed their mission to be able to also give money. I don't know. That's what I've heard. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments down below. But the whole idea of creating a company so you can help other people not just feel beautiful by buying your products, but help them if they can't, that's really cool to me. I like that a lot. All right, another product, or another line I should say, that I'm very interested in is Dose of Colors. I think for me, a lot of this Dose of Colors started out as a company that hit my radar with their liquid lipsticks. And since I am not a huge liquid lipstick wearer, I do have a lot of liquid lipsticks and I do wear them, but more days than not, I pull for just like a traditional bullet lipstick. And this is like my favorite type of lipstick to wear. It just happens to be on the desk here in front of me. I have several of them. They're just laying about. So that's kind of what I normally reach for. And so at first, I only knew of Dose because of their liquid lipstick formula. And I know now they have glosses, they have bullet lipsticks, they also have eyeshadows and a lot of other things. They've done a lot of interesting collabs recently, especially the Friendcation one with Desi and Katie, I think. Oh, I probably got that wrong. I don't always remember. I plead brain surgery. I've had 4. My brain has not been the same. But I really loved the look of that Friendcation palette. I loved the glitters in there. I loved the colors. But I just never loved it enough to pull the trigger. So in 2019, I definitely want to see and put my finger in and try more from Dose of Colors. So Ciate London is a company, I only have one product from them, and it's this. This is the Pretty palette. I've had it for a while. It's really fun because you can go, maybe more warm toned or more cool toned. And it's actually what I'm wearing on my eyes today. It's kind of a really subtle look, but I love the formula of this. And I thought about it. There's been a lot of other things that has really caught my attention from Ciate, like last holiday, their glitter flip lips. I was like, I need one. And I came so close. I came so close to getting one, but I never did. Because in reality, where am I going to wear a glitter lip? Maybe I should be wearing it everywhere. Maybe. But the truth was, I was like, I don't know. So I'm very intrigued. They've got a really interesting holiday palette right now that has glitter in it, and the packaging itself has glitter floating in there. They have, you know, like packaging, then glitter suspended in some sort of liquid or fluid, and then a clear layer over the top. So it's just kind of like, you know, like falling back and forth every time you move the palette. And I'm just like, ah, just like a sucker for good packaging, or maybe my idea of what good packaging is, but it's like a little kid's toy. It's what it reminds me of. Just like, yes, I want to squish it, I want to play with it, I want to shake it. But also the inside was beautiful. I'll see if I can put a picture up for you, but I just really love the look of some of the products I've been seeing from them, but I haven't tried any. And I think it would be easier if I could find Ciate London at my local Sephora, but I have a Sephora inside JCPenney, so I'm kind of limited into what I can try. All right, the next one is Guerlain. I have had 2 products from Guerlain. One of them, I think, is here about, oh, where did you go? Here it is. Another lipstick. It's the Rouge G lipstick. It has this really cool, like, mirror in here. And I even love that there is no sticker on here. There's no, the way that they label it, they engrave it on the back as to what it is and the name of it. I mean, it's just like really luxe. And I love this lipstick. This is more of like a pinky toned lipstick, and I think it's gorgeous, and I love the packaging. I've also had a little, not little, but their tin of their original meteorite pearls, and I loved those, but I had them for so long I was like, these can't still possibly be good. So I finally got rid of them, but those are the only 2 Guerlain products I've tried. I know they're a luxury brand. I know they have kind of, I don't know, not all of their products are like fantastic, but I definitely want to, if nothing else, dabble more into their lipsticks. I'm very intrigued by their Kiss Kiss lipsticks. I love the packaging. I love some of the colors, especially the ones that were, I don't know if they might not even be out anymore, but for holiday that they came, like the color of the lipstick was what the packaging was. So we had a bright red, a bright, you know, poppy color, you know, hot pink fuchsia, things like that, like the whole lineup of these, and they looked super, super cute. But I need to be able to swatch it, to feel what the consistency is like, to see if it would, you know, when I put it on the back of my hand, is it going to be a good color for my actual face? I don't know. There's so much of a financial commitment when you're buying a Guerlain product. I definitely want to make sure that it's one that I know I'm going to love. So that's kind of what's been kind of keeping me back from trying more. So Melt Cosmetics has been around for a while, and I really fell in love with the idea of a melt stack. But that's a lot of eyeshadow, but you get like a limited number of them. It's not like a palette where you have a whole bunch. And those pans, I can talk, those pans are huge. They're about like this big. They're almost twice the size of a normal single eyeshadow. And I know that people have raved about these, but for me, it comes down to, am I really going to use it? And I haven't, but then they started coming out with palettes, like their Gemini palette. Oh, I would have got that, except for it's sold out and is no longer about. But I guess what I'm wanting to do is try more. I know they have some lipsticks. I think they're mattes. Their traditional bullet lipsticks are mattes. Kind of, I don't know. I might be more interested in the eyeshadows, but Melt Cosmetics is definitely something on my list for 2019. You might absolutely die when I say this, but I haven't tried anything from Fenty. I know, that means like, where have I been? Okay, so I love what Fenty has done. They really have changed the landscape, especially for companies, by bringing out 40 Shades with their launch last fall. They just said, here, this is what we're doing. We're doing a shade for everybody. And so many people have kind of risen to the occasion and are expanding their lines, or their first launch, they're bringing out a lot. And I think that in doing that, it has really made beauty more accessible to everyone. But I never picked up one of their foundations. I usually don't go for a matte foundation, so that really didn't appeal to me. And I feel like the things that I would like to try from Fenty, I have other things that are kind of in that genre, because I want to try that Gloss Bomb. I want to try some of their Killawatt highlighters, but I have so many highlighters and I have so many glosses, I just kind of feel like you really don't need another. But I want to try the brand. So I'm really looking at the possibility of you know, just going in and maybe getting 3 or 4 things and just trying them out. And if you have any suggestions, if you have some Fenty products, let me know what your favorites are in the comments below. Another brand that I have been really intrigued by since day one, and I love the whole idea behind it, is Kale Polish. So Kale Polish is Kathleen Light's company, and I love that instead of coming out with makeup, she came out with nail polish. I've heard a lot of really good things about it. I've seen a lot of great reviews, and I know it's not a makeup item, but I don't know, it kind of is. I love doing my nails. I probably do my nails at least twice a week when my nails are long. When they're short and stubby and I'm working a lot in the kitchen or something that's going to ruin them, I just kind of like keep them short and do whatever. But I really have always been a huge nail polish lover. Now, I already have a huge collection of nail polishes, probably over 400 shades. I don't need any more, but I've seen some really fun colors come from Kale Polish. And there are a couple, Coconut Milk and Caramelo and Isma, that I really want to try. A purple and kind of like a mustardy color, and one that is basically just a barely off-white. Oh, I love an off-white. So there's a lot of things. I've heard really good things about the brush, how easy it is, how really opaque, and sometimes it's like a second layer is kind of just like, if you want to, you kind of don't have to. So I'm really intrigued. I've always liked and admired Kathleen Lights and the idea of trying out like her passion project. That sounds like a lot of fun. All right, the last brand I'm going to mention, this is one that I have almost pulled the trigger on like a handful of times. I don't know what's stopping me. I've seen good reviews about it. It's Persona Cosmetics. So I really like the idea that a lot of their eyeshadows are formulated for specific eye colors. And so many of them will work on brown eyes. And I know that just about any color will work if you know how to use it. But I like the idea of these exact colors and tones are going to complement and bring out the beauty of whatever eye color you have. I also like, fairly recently, like this fall, they launched these sets that have a smaller eyeshadow palette and an eyeliner, and I'm like, oh, that's really smart. I just really am very intrigued, and I definitely want to try more from that. The last thing I want to say is I do have a lot of expensive, high-end, some luxury makeup, and I definitely want to discover the true gems at the drugstore in 2019. I don't always want to be reaching for a $40 bronzer or a $50 foundation, or, you know, I definitely want to start finding other things that are really good. So if you have any suggestions of either brands or specific products from the drugstore, let me know in the comments down below. So thank you so much for watching today. Yeah, I am really looking forward to trying new and different things in 2019. Another one of my goals is to incorporate more color and step outside what my normal comfort zone is, which is bright lip, nude eye, which is basically what I have going on today. But let me know, do you have any beauty goals for 2019? Any products you're dying to try, or specific brands that you're like, you know what, it's finally time I step my toe in that pool and try it out. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.